This is a recording that previews the app Story Creator Easy Storybook Maker by Innovative Mobile Apps. It's free on any iOS device, an iPad, or an iPhone. This app is designed to create a personalized story for each child. Stories can include pictures or people, objects, and familiar things, images collected online or taken with the camera, video, audio, and text. This can be ideal for a student with a visual impairment. A student with a visual impairment can have difficulty finding, isolating, and identifying individual objects and people in their environment. In order to increase their ability to discover and find familiar objects, we can present those familiar objects in a storybook. Students will enjoy seeing familiar faces and objects. When we couple these pictures with a name or description, we increase the student's vocabulary. We can also include new or novel ideas into these stories as well to introduce new vocabulary and build upon what is familiar for each student. To begin, let's download the app from the App Store. Go ahead and open your App Store and type into the search field Story Creator. And hit search. Typically there will be an advertisement that comes up as the first result, but hopefully the second result will be Story Creator, Easy Book Maker by Innovative Mobile Apps Labs. You can see that the image is of a brown photo album with maybe a gold and green chapstick on it. If you haven't purchased the app at this point, go ahead and select buy or download. In my case, I've already purchased it, so I have the option to hit enter or open. I also can open this app from my home page. Once it's installed on the computer, or on the iPad, this will be my access to it. And I can open it up, clicking the icon. The app opens to a blank bookshelf with the words "Create and Share Your Story." Go ahead and tap the plus symbol at the bottom of the page to get started. When you are creating a new story, you will select the Add Story button. This will put a blank covered book onto your new shelf and give you the opportunity to name the story and add a cover photo. Go ahead and name your story. You can choose any name. I'm going to title mine My Favorite Things. This is a great concept for a book that all of you can do with your student. Hit done. If for some reason you get out of this edit field, no worries. You can press this lowercase I with a circle around it in the top right corner of your book, and it will bring up that menu again. Go ahead and tap Choose Photo. This is going to select a photo for your cover. You can use the camera to take a picture. You can use photo albums to grab a photo from the Photos app if you use the iOS photos on a regular basis. In my case, I took some pictures just before doing this, so I'm going to select Most Recent Photos. I'm going to select this picture of a black and white horse. I have the ability to resize this picture to fit inside my cover. I'm going to resize it so he fits just inside the boundaries of the cover itself, and select Done at the bottom of the page. To open the book and add pages, tap the book itself. This will open a new page with a variety of options at the bottom. You'll see a trash can to delete a page, a new page symbol, a camera to add existing photos or videos you have or take new ones, capital T and lowercase t to add text, a microphone to add audio, and to the right you'll see an eraser, pens, and some colors. Then it'll give you the ability to actually color on an image or color on a blank page. To add my first page, press the camera and select an existing photo. I'm actually going to add the same picture that I had on my cover, recognizing that my student might not have seen the cover if I opened it up or their parent opened it up for them. Again, I will resize it. I'm also going to add text. In this case, I'm just going to add the name of this black and white horse, Spotty, and select Done. I'd also like to add a recording describing this page, so I'll press my microphone. And when I'm ready, I will press the red circle to record. This is Spotty, my favorite stuffed animal. He is a black and white horse. I press the arrow to be done. It does give me an ability to preview it and listen to it by pressing the the microphone, the orange microphone in the bottom right corner. To get out of this space, I click out anywhere outside of the edit recording darker gray area. Now I'm back on my editing space for my book. If I want to add a new page, I select the new page icon. In here, I can add a picture, another existing photo. In this case, I'm going to add the orange ball. Now, this is a basketball that I'll use with many students. Your student might have their own favorite ball. In this case, I'm going to title the page by giving it text. Make sure that you always use the name that you use most frequently with that ball. It's important with our students to keep consistent in their naming convention. So use the same name here in text that you would use when you're describing and playing with the ball. I'm going to add audio to this page, but rather than just add the audio of orange ball, I'm going to add the sound of the ball when it's bouncing, which is what our students are going to be familiar with when we're using it. We'll either be passing or bouncing this ball. So I'll hit record. After bouncing it a few times, I'm going to go ahead and press stop and go back to my page. I will now have audio on that page with the bouncing. If at any point I want to see what that page sounds like when I go to it, I can press these 3 lines above my page number. In this case, they're right above 2 of 2. And I'm able to hear the page. When I press it, I'm able to hear the page and the audio that goes along with it. You'll notice that the text at the bottom will also highlight along with the audio, which later we can show you with how that works on a page that has our description matching the text. So to get back to edit and add a new page, I hit those 3 lines again to bring up my menu. I add a new page. Now here, I'm going to add a photo of a favorite toy caterpillar. And again, I can read text to make that caterpillar a little bigger. I'm going to add the text, toy caterpillar. I'm going to add the recording, toy caterpillar. Now in this case, because I used a recording that matched the text, I want my audio highlights to match the words themselves. So I have to kind of look at this audio wave graph, and I'm going to move the word toy to the beginning of this first clump of word. And that is actually a recording of my voice. Then I'm going to move caterpillar to the beginning of this second word. And what that will do is it'll highlight toy caterpillar when I say it. So if I play this page by tapping on this
Toy
screen,
caterpillar.
you'll hear my voice say toy caterpillar at the same time that it records. I'm going to add another new page, and this time I'm going to add an existing video. I'm going to add a recently added, and I'm going to add this toy caterpillar again. It gives you a chance to preview. I'm going to select use, and it takes a moment. Now this video is only 14 seconds long, but it still will take a few seconds or a few minutes, depending on the age of your device, to compress the video down to put it inside of your storybook. Again, with all of your photos and videos, I suggest that you have a high contrast background so that they're easy to see, and that your student doesn't have to try to find the object you want them to look at amongst clutter and other objects in the background of the picture. So try to keep it as high contrast as possible and the background as simple as possible when you're taking your pictures and recording your video. So once it condenses, it then processes, and we'll add the video onto your storyboard on this page. I went ahead and skipped ahead to the end of the processing of the video so that we didn't have to watch it on this YouTube recording. Once it's done processing, it will be ready to add other elements to this page. So in this case, I just want to add a recording about the video. This is my favorite toy caterpillar. I love that it makes noise and sounds and moves on its own. That recording will actually play in advance of the video. So when we get to that slide, it'll play the recording, and then I'll be able to hit the play button to play the video.
This is my favorite toy caterpillar. I love that it makes noise and sounds and moves on its own.
I'm going to show you one last thing that we can do, which is to quiz our students and ask questions. So if I add an existing photo and I come back and I bring Spotty back, I can add text that says, "Who is this?" And add the text recording. Who is this? Again, I can match up my words. I can look at these three. I can tell that there's 1, 2, 3 words, and I can change it so that the recording will match. Who is this? Then come back. And on the next page, whoops, I can add a new page. Add the same photo again. Try to resize it to about the same. In this case, I do realize that some of our students with cortical visual impairment or brain-based visual impairment might have trouble catching the outline of an object. So I can add an outline to this picture. Some of you will surely do better than I do adding an outline. But I can add an outline that brings about the salient features of this horse, or it makes the horse outline. That might make it easier for some of our students to be able to see. And I can add text. And I could just keep it real simple and again say Spotty and record Spotty. This will be an exciting addition to the story. Now, you can add as many pages as you want. Again, I recommend that you do not add too many pages, that you keep your book simple and on a simple singular topic. You can make as many books as you want. When you finish up your book, go ahead and hit the home button icon in the top left of the screen. You'll go back to your page. One important thing to do when you're done is hit that eye icon in the top right again and select Edit Lock. Edit Lock's going to ask you for a parental gate. You'll have to do a 3-finger tap to enable it. What that will do, though, is it'll make it so that your student, when they're in it, or you by accident, won't be able to accidentally erase a page or change a page. You can also select Autoplay here. By selecting and sliding Autoplay on, I found that it goes a little bit fast for most of our students. And since we don't have control over how fast it goes, I prefer to sit with them and change the pages, or have them be able to tap the screen to change the pages. At this point, when you click outside of it, you can click on your, and so once I have selected those features, I am able to go into my book by tapping on the book itself.
This is Spotty, my favorite stuffed animal.
At this point, the book will play,
horse.
And I'm able to move through the pages by swiping left. I'm also able to swipe the other direction right to go back a page.
Toy caterpillar.
You'll notice that the audio syncs up with the highlighted words.
This is my favorite toy caterpillar. I love that it makes noise and sounds and moves on its own.
On a page like this one, after the audio is finished, I will press the play button in order to play the video. You can keep going.
Who is this?
You can keep going through and enjoying the rest of the book as you wish. And when you're done, press the home button and you'll have this first book and as many other books as you add by pressing that plus button to it. I hope this helps. I hope that your students can enjoy a book about their favorite things or another topic. You can also use this to create a story about a trip to the park, a walk around the block, or a regular activity or action you do every day.